Sup guys, Timothy Enrique Lee here, back with another Sheiko number 40 video. We're on to day 3 here, where we got some squat, and then we got some bench action, and then we got some more squat action going on. So I'm just taking you through my typical warm-ups for getting ready for the prescribed repetitions. Usually you're supposed to just start off with the percentages, where you would start off with 50% of your working weight. But I found that warming up with about 95 pounds and then warming up with 135 pounds before I get to that prescribed 50% weight to warm up into the full sets again for Sheiko, I feel a lot better. I feel like I squat better. I feel like my knees are more warmed up. I feel like my back's more warmed up and ready for some action, ready to take on a million kajillion sets of squatting. Here's my second acclimation, which is 135 pounds. Also, it really helps me get used to the weight on my back and get used to that heavy poundage that's going to be coming up soon. So here's an easy 5, but even though it was an easy 5, that 135 pounds on my back helped me get used to the weight bearing down on me, bearing down on my body, and you know, gravity is a hell of a thing that brings you down. So I do 5 of those. As you can see, I'm wearing my squat shoes. I'm wearing my Ray-Ban knee sleeves. They're not Ray-Ban glasses. They're Ray-Ban knee sleeves, and they help a lot. So as you're watching this video, let me explain to you what was going on with my knees. I actually saw a video. I forget who was directing it, but it was this really smart guy, and he was talking about how when certain people squat and they have some back pain in their knees, one of the possible reasons is this muscle called the popliteus. And the popliteus is right behind the knee. It connects from the medial condyle of the femur down to the lateral condyle of the femur to the medial portion of the tibia in the back of the knee. So that's what was happening there. And if that's not flexible enough, it will get strained, and mine wasn't flexible enough. But slowly, surely, I've been healing from that popliteus injury, and the knee sleeves help a lot, keeping it warm, keeping it tight, and keeping it in place, and allowing it to be flexible through the warmth, and allowing me to get the full depth of my squats and really utilize that popliteus in the function of the squat as best as possible. It's really funny how such a small muscle that goes across the back of the knee can cause so many problems and cause so much pain. But I knew it was like a muscle strain. I knew it wasn't like a joint thing, even though it's kind of really close to the joint. But yeah, it's pretty much gone away. I don't feel it in my squats at all anymore, unless I'm not wearing the knee sleeve. I'll feel it every once in a while, but before I was feeling it every time I squatted. So that was kind of crazy. Here I have 2 sets of 70% for 3 reps. So with the Sheiko program, there's a lot of low repetition, but a lot of sets done. And what this does, it helps prepare your body for that weight bearing down your body when competition time comes. So you can see here, little chub fat, wearing my wife beater. Got a little stomach going on. That'll be gone. Or starting to go away in December, or end of December, as I get ready for my bodybuilding competition next summer in 2013. It's the Mr. and Miss Natural something natural California natural show. All I know is there's going to be a lot of naturals. It's a IFPA qualifier, so IFPA being a pro bodybuilding league for naturals, who I believe have the strictest how do you say, the strictest testing for seeing if you are natural or not, with like lie detectors, pee tests, random drug testing during the year, that type of stuff. Here I am with 80% of my squat, 275 right there, and then that's not even part of the heaviest set, which would be 85% at 295, and that'll be sets of 2 for 4 sets. I try to get multiple angles for you guys so you can see what's going on. Which will happen a little bit more in the heavier sets. But here, kind of getting the same angle. So sorry about that. You'll see coming up that it'll be better angles from the front, side, making sure I get depth, making sure that depth is good. And what I mean by depth is good is that the top of the knee is higher than the crease in your hip at the bottom of the squat. So if that crease in the hip is not below the top line of the knee, then you have not made a complete lift, and it is illegal in the powerlifting competition and does not count towards your total score. So I've been practicing that a lot, and you'll see I'm kind of a couple weeks behind right now on the videos, but you'll see that I've really gotten used to the weight on my back. This was feeling heavy that day, and they were feeling heavy for a little while. So you'll see me struggle on these kind of smaller sets with the not smaller sets, but smaller weights on these sets and reps. But I really get through it. Here you can kind of see something interesting where my right calf is a lot bigger than my left calf. And that's always just kind of been naturally how my body was. The left side of my body has always been just a little bit smaller than my right. It's completely normal for a lot of people, but it just looks a lot smaller, which is kind of funny. I'm not sure if it's the camera angle or distortion in the lens of the camera, or if my legs are really that much of a difference, but strength-wise I can't really feel a performance difference. They both feel just as strong as each other. They can probably perform just the same amount of weight doing single leg exercises, so that's kind of funny. Here's the multiple angles I'm talking about when I'm doing my workout. So the side angle here, over there on the side of the wall, it's my buddy Alexi. He's been doing 5-3-1 for about 2 years now, trying to figure out what works best for him. Super strong. He only weighs about like 140, and he is lifting a 250 bench press, 280 squat, and 350 deadlift. So really strong for his size, or for his weight really. Here I am with the bench press, and with this one I don't really have any warm-ups. Usually I would do the bar, but today I was feeling really warmed up after those squats, so I just went straight into the 50% of the bench press and got that out of the way and built up to the regular sets prescribed by the Sheiko number 40 program. As you can see, I still have my knee sleeves on, and I still have my Olympic squat lifting shoes on, and I did not like that at all. I do it for another week, and I kind of managed to get through it, but from now on, I'm going to take off those sleeves. I'm going to get an extra towel so I can wipe off all the sweat that gets into them from squatting beforehand, and I'm going to bring some regular, my regular Nikes, my Nike Frees, that I like to bench press in. They're comfortable shoes that stick to the ground. What's kind of funny is that the Olympics shoes don't really stick to the ground when you're benching in them, and I guess they're not made for that anyway because they're squatting shoes. But they don't dig into the ground, and they're not firm, and they don't stay in the same place. So here I don't really get as much leg drive as I wanted to, where I'm able to plant my feet down and use the energy from my legs, transfer up to my knees, to my quads, to my hips, to my core, all the way to my back to press upward. And that's what it really means to use leg drive. So what's cool about that, though, is that I'm able to handle this weight with less leg drive, and that makes me feel a lot more comfortable with my bench press, and hopefully to get a kind of a new record. Oh yeah, and also, as you saw in my last video, I did those funny curls in the squat rack just for the hell of it. It was a Friday, nobody was in the gym, and my buddy Jay, who's a big old bodybuilder, he loves doing drop sets, he loves lifting heavy, so I decided to join him for a set or two as I was waiting for my girlfriend to get off work. And yeah, that was just kind of a sidetrack thing. That was kind of funny. But yeah, my biceps were actually pretty sore after that. I don't know where I was going with that, I forgot why. But here is my 6 sets of 2 of 185. They get kind of tough, but they're not bad at all. I do some doubles a couple weeks later with about 215 pounds for like 3 sets. I don't know where that comes from, but it's part of the program, and it works out, and I was really surprised at how comfortable I was with 215 pounds for doubles. That'll probably be my opener for the powerlifting competition, so I want to make sure I'm really comfortable with it. Then 235, which is my current gym max on bench press, will be my second lift, and then my third lift, if I get that 235, will be probably 245 or 250, which would be awesome because I've never done that before. Oh, I know what I was getting to when I was talking about those curls in the squat rack. In the curls in the squat rack video, I'm wearing Jay's wrist wraps, and they help so much as I was lifting. So I got to figure out how to get my wrist wraps to do that. I have some wrist wraps which are like way too long. They're like 36 inches long, and they just give way too much support. I think I should get like some lighter ones. His only wrap around once. I think they're like 8 to 10 inches. They're not even that big, or not that long, and they helped out a ton. And I actually got to check the rule book to see if you can use wrist wraps in the first place, but I'm suspecting that would really help my bench, keep my wrists really stable. Not that they're not stable right now, but I can see how they can help a lot. So I'm going to see and talk to Alberto about that. Got to send him an email with a whole bunch of questions, like where to get a wrestling singlet to wear for the competition, because you're not allowed to wear just like, you know, regular shorts and a t-shirt. You can wear anything under the singlet as long as they kind of see your body as you're doing the lifts. So yeah, that's what's going to happen there. Here, man, this Sheiko program is brutal because it has you do 4 sets of 3? I thought it was 4 sets of 4, but it's 4 sets of 3 of this one, I guess. And to finish off your workout. And you're pretty tired when you come back to squats again. Well, what's really cool is that it does really help prepare your body to feel that weight over and over again. So I've been practicing a lot, trying to face away from the mirror. This happened to be set up this way with the weight already on top of it, ready for me to use. So I just faced towards the mirror. Usually I don't like facing towards the mirror, so got to practice that for the powerlifting competition. Other than that, my eating has been kind of all over the place, just been eating as much as I can. I tend to eat too little, actually, which stagnates my weight around my, my homeostasis, which is about 169 pounds. So I need to keep it a consistent 171, 172 and teach my body that that's its new homeostasis. So hopefully that'll be happening in the next few weeks. Try not to bulk past 175 to get ready for the bodybuilding season starting January. So that's the plan for now. Sorry for the long video, but I really wanted to show you how long this session takes. It's really funny when you see it because it's like, oh, that's all you do? 12 minutes? But all the resting, all the getting ready is really intense. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk more soon. Thanks for watching all the way through.